Hi, my name is Dawn Fiacco, and I am a graduate of Bauman College. I attended the nutrition program as well as the chef program. I chose Bauman College, one, because they've been around for a while, so that made them more trustworthy in my opinion. They had a great reputation. Someone in my family got sick, and I was attending the cancer support community in Walnut Creek, and a lot of the chefs there and the nutritionists were from Bauman College, and they really were impressive. When I was applying to Bauman College, everyone was very kind, and it was a step-by-step process that was super easy. I remember reaching out to someone, and I think I was contacted that day or the next day, and I was just able to ask certain questions about Bauman College. And with the chef program, I was going to have a surgery. They allowed me to look at and join the cohort at that time, just to see if that was something that I wanted to do, to let me know about how that was going to go, and just to they kept in contact with me during that time, which was really helpful. They would let me know if there was going to be a chef who was going to give a little tutorial, and I could tune in and watch it, which I did. And I loved that they kept in contact with me. So what surprised me about the nutrition program is how it was set up in a very simple way. So it was actually, I was going for my PhD at the same time, and I was able to do the nutrition program with ease in tandem. So that was really great. And I loved the nutrition program in that it kind of took us from the ground, right? To the compost pile, right? I learned about soil, it was great, and pesticides and herbicides and things like that. What organic means, what non-GMO means, these things I didn't understand before, and they were life-changing and really important to not only me, but the family member I was taking care of. So I just feel very indebted to Bauman College for having such an amazing program. I really enjoyed it was towards the end of the chef program. So you plan it out, you do the menu planning, and you plan out what you're gonna cook ahead of time, and you run through, you cook it ahead of time just to see how it's gonna go that day. But I really enjoyed that. I learned so much about timing and prepping, and how important it is to run through something at one time. And I had such a great time. That was really a great memory for me. And I still have the pictures from that, which I look at every now and again. It was a lot of fun. My experience taking the chef program and it being online was amazing. That was the main reason that I chose the chef program. I went to the French Culinary Institute when I lived in New York City. I just took an 8-week course there, but it was so much different because the flexibility involved in being able to have an online program is such a difference. And with me taking care of a loved one and going to a graduate school at the same time, I wouldn't have been able to do it any other way. So yeah, we did, interact with each other and encourage one another. But I think I had more interactions with the staff, honestly, than I did with the students. It was great. It was great. The staff were amazing. They answered all of my questions. They picked up on if I needed a little help with knife skills or something like that, and they would take time to help me with that and make sure that I got it right. I have a background in art therapy, so I did get my master's in art therapy, and then I subsequently went and returned to school and got my PhD. And I wanted to blend what I'm doing here at Bauman with the art therapy, and it took some brainstorming with some other people, but we came to this idea of creating art directives around food we're not using the term addiction, so problematic relationship with food, specifically sugar. So I created, for my graduate research study, I created 7 art directives around our relationship with food, specifically sugar, and used the Yale Food Addiction Scale and the Sweet and Rich Foods Questionnaire, along with FEAT scales, that's an art therapy thing, to basically see and measure if there was a difference pre and post. And there was a significant difference. So so blending, nutrition and art therapy had its benefits. So an art directive is like an art activity. An art directive would be like me saying to you, depict your relationship with food using whatever materials you like. You can use candy wrappers, you can use things in your junk drawer, whatever you feel most comfortable with. That would be kind of like an art directive, and then the person creates it, and then we talk about it. So currently, I created a business called Love, Eat, Create. My website is loveeatcreate.org, where I'm continuing to create art directives. So my study focused on awareness, becoming aware of our relationship with food, and then I kind of go into, accepting that this is our relationship with food. So we do some self-care, and then we go into the action stage, which is kind of where we're looking at our past art, but also we're coming to terms with the fact this is our relationship, and how are we going to, what are we going to do when that craving hits? And my hope is that, instead of reaching for, the sugary thing or the rich food or item or whatever, that we go towards the art, that we create art instead.